KSW.
Time to play the game!
Live from WWE Summerslam in Los Angeles, it's Steve the producer.
We are here with WWE superstar Damien Sandow. And Damien, first thing I have to say is, I'm going to beat you to the punch. You're welcome.
For what?
Nothing.
Then you don't go around saying you're welcome. Well, what have you done for me, sir?
I have not done anything. I have fruit and a pastry. Is that good enough?
Well, I'm allergic to strawberries and I don't eat pastries, so...
And there's a eaten orange. So a board game starring probably you in it? Is that all right?
A trivia game about myself. Let's see. That would be a tough one to answer.
How about a film starring Brodus Clay?
Yeah, how about no?
What's your take on Cody's mustache?
Disgusting.
Did you think that when you guys were friends?
Yes.
All right, well, fair enough. We are here with Cody Rhodes. Cody, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I felt bad. I just got interviewed where it was one of those where you're supposed to be talking to the individual, not to the camera, and I have just these traditional pro wrestling background where I was just staring into the camera, and the guy kept looking at me like, this guy, what is wrong with him? But
it's like, does he not like me? He doesn't
whatever.
Want
the first few minutes of the interview, I was talking to the viewer.
You knew, that's the people you got to connect with.
Somebody out there,
That's right.
you know?
You felt that person watching.
Yeah.
You could see him making the connection.
Exactly.
We spoke to your old friend there, Damien Sandow.
Yeah.
And I asked him, what does he think of you and your mustache? And he said, disgusting.
Disgusting?
Yeah.
Oh, man, this mustache is far from disgusting. We don't even call it a mustache. We call it a love stash for the simple reason it's not disgusting. I'm going to see if I can find something on my phone for you that's even furtherly ridiculous.
Oh, great.
All in about this mustache.
But you can't plan that kind of stuff. Like, you can't sit down one day.
That wasn't planned. That was I was hurt, and I had X amount of time off. I can't find it, but what it is a plastic version of my face that Mattel sent me with the mustache on it. Oh, I got it.
Oh, jeez. God, you look like a young Burt Reynolds.
Are we seeing this?
Yeah. Wow, I did not expect Vicky Guerrero was going to walk into the room, and then you walk right in, you sit right down, and here I am with Vicky Guerrero. This is an honor.
Excuse me. No, but what's great is that when I meet the fans, especially here in California, and I'm walking down the street, they look at me like I'm going to yell at them. It's great to meet them because they know that I'm not really that person on the show, and especially the kids, get to get on their level and say hi and shake their hand. They're like, wow, you smile. So it's a lot of fun to let them know that, I'm two different people, but when I'm on the show that I can really get into their skin. So that,
has there been times, though, where you're like, buddy, this is a character. I'm not really an awful human being.
Some people take it a little over the edge, and I'm like, dude,
Uh-oh, sweet tea's in the house.
I just got kissed on the neck.
Yes, you did. Do I need to leave?
I was going to say something, but never mind.
Oh, go ahead.
You want to join?
What do they call that? The devil's threesome. We can't do that. This is a family show.
Oh, that's right. Erase that. Rewind.
Do over. Start again. All right, we are here with Jim Ross. JR, it is an honor to get to meet you and talk to you.
Thanks very much. Good to see you.
As a broadcaster, you've seen so much. Is there something that sticks out as being like that was a moment where you're like, this is a special moment as a broadcaster?
Well, ironically, there in Seattle at WrestleMania 19, the night before WrestleMania at Safeco, Vince McMahon and I were in the hospital spending most of the night with Stone Cold.
Right.
And so that put that match against The Rock in real jeopardy. But we also knew, but we hadn't broadcast it, that was Austin's last match. Mm-hmm. And, I signed Steve to WWE, and I worked with him at WCW early in his career. So I had that friendship with him, probably closer than I needed to have from the standpoint of a administrator and a player.
Right.
We were friends, and it happened. He was pulling the wagon train. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was a guy, So it was kind of good in that regard, but I knew it was his last match, and that was really, really. I let go of that thought when the match started, but when it was over, I knew it was over, and it was really hard not to get emotional about it because I didn't want to go off script, so to speak, because we hadn't talked about that win, lose, or draw. This is Stone Cold's last one.
Right. So you can't just all of a sudden be like, oh, and by the way, that was it.
Yeah, I can't go into business for myself, and we probably in hindsight missed a hell of an opportunity there.
Yeah. I mean, but you don't know until looking back. Hindsight's 2020.
Because he might have reconsidered, but he has so far. He's not wrestled again.
Who would you, if that opportunity ever came up where Stone Cold could mix it up one more time? I know a lot of people, myself included, would love to see a match between him and CM Punk.
I think that's your match.
Yeah.
I think we can overthink it, but I think that Punk's skill set and his attitude, approach to his job is perfect for Steve, because Punk is a very intense, all-in guy. He doesn't go through any emotions, and I think Steve has certainly set the bar for that.
This is a highlight for me. I'm honored to meet you, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man.
Been a fan forever, and I've loved everything you've done.
22 years in this business. Never imagined making it this far, but it's unbelievable.
Dude, the energy's still there.
Heck yeah.
There's still plenty of gas in the tank.
Still got a little petrol left.
Not running on fumes. Yeah. It was a few years ago when I remember you were surprised at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And I was having a Royal Rumble party. I'm a geek like that. We're all hanging out. My wife thinks it's a little weird that I'm having parties, but it is what it is. And we all freaked out.
That's our soap opera.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. It is. Yeah, it's like, I watch Grey's Anatomy with you. Let me watch my WWE, please. And we freaked out. I wonder, is there a certain wrestler, it seems like Royal Rumble always has that one guy that's a surprise.
Yeah.
Who would you like to be that next surprise?
Man. I don't know, man. That's why it's such a surprise.
I know.
It's really hard to, put your finger on, man, who's been out that I haven't seen that I really want to see. It's a hard question. It's really a hard question.
I asked the hard questions, Booker T. It's about time you recognize that.
The thing is, I know Jake the Snake is campaigning, and that would be something to see. Jake come out with the snake, with the tights, with the boots. You know what I mean?
Do it all. Yeah.
As well as the little short arm clothesline. You got to get one of those in there. But to see that Jake the Snake come back and make that walk, that would be, after all the demons that he's had to deal with, out of all the hard falls that he's had in his life after wrestling, to see him make that walk back, it would only be fitting for a guy like Jake the Snake.
No, you're making my arm stand up. And that would be a cool moment. This has been a true pleasure getting to talk to you. Booker T, I wish nothing but the best for you, and thank you for taking time to talk with us, man.
No,
We're huge fans.
Pleasure's mine. Glad to be here. SummerSlam Sunday, guys. If you don't have your tickets, make sure you go out there and get your tickets, pay-per-view, whatever. Check it out. It's going to be totally off the hook. Get some, want some, but you better be big enough, bad enough, take some. Now can you dig that, sucker?
The BJ Shea Morning Experience on 99.9 KISW.